Hi guys, today we will talk about pagan Slavic gods. Ever felt a shiver down your spine while walking through a deep forest? Or wondered what secrets lie just beyond the veil of our world, hidden in the shadows and the soil beneath our feet? If you have, you might have been feeling the presence of an ancient, powerful, and often misunderstood deity, Veles. Forget the shining, sun-drenched gods of the heavens. Veles isn't one of them. He's the lord of the underworld, or more accurately, the otherworld. In Slavic mythology, the world was often seen as a sacred tree. The shining gods, like the thunderer Perun, ruled from the highest branches. But Veles, he resides deep in the roots in the dark, damp earth. He's the god of the hidden realms, the master of shadows. But don't mistake his domain for a place of evil. The Slavic underworld, known as Nav, wasn't a hell of fire and punishment. It was a watery, grassy realm, a mystical pasture where the souls of the departed, often imagined as herds of cattle, were guided by Veles himself. He was their shepherd, a protector of spirits on their journey. This connection to cattle also made him the god of wealth and prosperity for the ancient Slavs. Owning livestock was everything, and Veles was the one who could grant or withhold this fortune. Farmers would leave the last sheaf of grain in the field, calling it a beard for Veles, hoping to win his favor for the next harvest. So he's a god of the underworld and a god of wealth. But that's just the beginning. Veles is a shapeshifter. He can appear as a bear, the king of the forest, a symbol of untamed natural power. He can be a wolf, a cunning and solitary hunter moving between worlds, or a serpent shedding its skin, representing transformation, magic, and the cyclical nature of life and death. This is where Veles becomes the keeper of hidden wisdom. He's the patron of magic, of seers, and of poets. Think about it. Where does inspiration come from? It often feels like it bubbles up from some deep subconscious place, right? That's Veles's territory. He governs the chaotic, creative, and intuitive forces of the universe, while the sky god Perun represented order, law, and the structure of society. And Veles was all about the untamed, the wild, the things you can't control but must respect. This brings us to the ultimate cosmic rivalry, Veles versus Perun. This wasn't a simple good versus evil fight. It was the eternal dance of cosmic balance. The myth goes like this. Veles, in the form of a great serpent or dragon, would slither up the world tree from the roots to steal something precious from Perun in the heavens. Maybe his divine cattle, maybe his wife, or even his son. Perun, enraged, would chase him across the sky, hurling bolts of lightning. This celestial battle was how the ancient Slavs explained thunderstorms. When the lightning struck the earth, Perun was casting Veles back down into his underworld. But Veles could never be truly defeated. After the storm, rain would fall, nourishing the earth and bringing life. Veles's theft and Perun's punishment were both necessary for the world to continue. It's a story of chaos and order, of destruction and creation, constantly at odds but ultimately working together. When Christianity spread through the Slavic lands, the church had a big problem with Veles. A horned god of the underworld who was also a shape-shifting serpent, it was all too easy to demonize him, to merge his image with that of the Christian devil or Satan. His sacred sites were destroyed, his worship was forbidden, and his name became associated with evil. For centuries, the master of hidden wisdom was forced deeper into the shadows. But like the serpent that sheds its skin, Veles was never truly gone. He survived in folklore, in fairy tales about cunning forest spirits and wise old men. He lived on in the figure of Saint Nicholas, who, much like Veles, became a bringer of gifts and a protector of livestock. Today there's a renewed interest in this ancient god. People are once again looking to Veles not as a demon, but as a symbol of the untamed wilderness, the power of intuition, the magic of creativity, and the deep hidden wisdom that lies within the earth and within ourselves. He reminds us that there's power in the darkness, that transformation often requires a journey into the unknown, and that sometimes the greatest treasures are found not in the heavens, but deep within the roots. Have you ever wondered where the sun comes from, or who forged the very stars that litter our night sky? Long before the gods of Olympus or the halls of Asgard, ancient Slavic tribes whispered tales of a creator god, a divine blacksmith whose hammer rang with the birth of the cosmos. His name was Svarog, the celestial smith. Imagine a time before time, a vast, formless void. It was Svarog who first emerged from this primordial chaos. He wasn't a warrior king or a distant judgmental deity. No, he was a craftsman, His domain was the Celestial Forge, a place of fire, metal, and cosmic creation. With a single mighty blow of his hammer, he struck the great cosmic stone, Alatir. From the sparks that flew, the very first gods were born. These weren't just his children. They were his creations, his apprentices in the grand workshop of the universe. But Svarog's work had only just begun. He was the architect of our world, the one who separated the waters from the sky and established the very laws of nature. He looked upon the world and saw it was dark and cold. So he returned to his forge. He took a divine spark, a piece of the celestial fire, and with his powerful hands and mighty hammer he forged the sun. He placed it in a chariot of gold and set it on its daily journey across the sky, bringing light, warmth, and life to the world he had created. He is the reason we have day and night, the changing of the seasons. His breath is the gentle breeze, and his fiery heart is the core of our earth. Svarog wasn't just a god of cosmic creation, he was a god of civilization. He saw the fledgling human struggling to survive in a harsh and untamed world. Filled with compassion, he descended from his celestial forge. He taught humanity the secrets of his craft. He showed them how to harness the power of fire, not as a destructive force, but as a tool for creation. He taught them how to smelt ore, how to forge metal into plows to till the earth and tools to build their homes. Legend says he threw a golden plow and a battle axe from the heavens, gifts to guide humanity towards agriculture and self-defense. He even gave them the laws of family, teaching them the sanctity of marriage, establishing the first rules for a just and ordered society. In every hearthfire, in every blacksmith's hammer, in every farmer's field, a spark of Svarog's gift could be found. But as with many great creators, Svarog's time as the active ruler of the sky eventually came to an end. After setting the world in motion and giving humanity the tools to build their own destiny, he grew weary. He passed his celestial hammer and the responsibility of the sun to his son, Dashbog, the sun god. He handed the command of the heavens to another son, Svarogich, the spirit of fire itself. Svarog then retreated into a deep cosmic slumber. He became a Deus Otiosus, a resting god. His work was done. The cosmic engine was running, the world was turning, and humanity was on its path. But here's the twist in his tale. Svarog is not gone, he is merely sleeping. The ancient Slavs believed that he rests, observing the world he created. His presence felt in the heat of the forge and the light of every star. They believed that when the world eventually falls into chaos and darkness, when the cosmic order he established is threatened, the celestial smith will awaken. The thunderous sound of his hammer will once again echo through the cosmos, not to create a new world, but to reforge the old one, to burn away the impurities and restore balance and justice. So next time you look up at the sun or feel the warmth of a fire or see the sparks fly from a blacksmith's anvil, remember Svarog. Remember the resting God who forged our world from fire and chaos, the divine craftsman who gave us the tools to build our own, and who waits silently to mend the world when it needs him most. He is the ultimate creator, the divine artisan, the sleeping father of us all. Have you ever felt like your life's path was already written? Like threads of destiny were being woven by some unseen hand? In ancient Slavic folklore, that hand belonged to Mokosh. She wasn't just a goddess, she was the great mother, the moist Mother Earth, the spinner of fate itself. Picture this, a vast green land soaked in rain, teeming with life. This was the domain of Mokosh. Her name is thought to come from the Proto-Slavic word for moist or wet, and it's no coincidence. She was the life-giving force, the fertile soil that nourished the crops, the gentle rain that quenched the thirst of the earth. Farmers would pray to her for a bountiful harvest, leaving offerings of grain and milk at sacred springs and wells, hoping to earn the favor of the Earth Mother. She was literally the ground beneath their feet, the source of all life and sustenance. But Mokosh's power reached far beyond the fields. She was also the patroness of women and women's work. Imagine a small cozy home, fire crackling in the hearth. The women are gathered, spinning wool into thread, weaving cloth on their looms. This was Mokosh's sacred space. The spindle, turning and turning, wasn't just making yarn. It was a symbol for the turning of life's wheel. Each thread was a life, and Mokosh, the divine spinner, was the one who decided its length and its texture. She was there for every major moment in a woman's life: childbirth, marriage, and motherhood. Midwives would call upon her to ensure a safe delivery, and young women would ask for her blessing in finding a good husband. She was the protector of the home, the guardian of the family line. This is where her story gets really interesting, though. Mokosh wasn't alone in her cosmic duty. She was part of a powerful celestial triad. At the top was the supreme god, Perun, the Thunderer, the god of the sky and justice. His domain was the heavens. Then there was Veles, the god of the underworld, cattle, and magic who roamed the earthly realm. And then there was Mokosh. She was the bridge between them, the great balancer. She was often depicted as Perun's wife, the only female deity to have her idol placed in the main pantheon established by Prince Vladimir in Kiev. This shows just how incredibly important she was. She received the celestial rain from Perun and channeled it into the earth, making it fertile. Her connection to both the heavenly thunder god and the chthonic, earthly Veles placed her at the very center of the Slavic cosmos. But here's the twist. While she was a benevolent mother goddess, she was also the arbiter of fate. And fate, as we know, can be both a blessing and a curse. Along with her two assistants, the Rozhanitsi or the Fates, Mokosh would weave the destiny of every mortal and even the gods. They would spin the threads of fortune and misfortune, of long life and early death. You couldn't escape the pattern she wove. This duality made her both loved and feared. You would pray to her for protection, but you also knew that your ultimate destiny was in her hands, unchangeable. This wasn't about good or evil. It was about the natural, unyielding order of the universe. So what happened to this powerful goddess? When Christianity spread through the Slavic lands, the church tried to erase the old gods. Idols were torn down and ancient rituals were forbidden. But you can't just erase a figure as fundamental as the mother of all. Mokosh didn't disappear, she transformed. Her essence was absorbed into the figure of the Virgin Mary, who became the new intercessor and protector of women. Her role as the spinner of fate was also sometimes attributed to figures like Saint Paraskeva, who became the patron saint of spinning and weaving. The thunder god Perun was replaced by Saint Elijah, who also rode a chariot of fire across the sky. The old gods never truly died, they just put on new masks. Even today, her spirit lingers. In many Eastern European traditions, the reverence for Mother Earth, the belief in fate, and certain folk customs surrounding weaving and water can be traced back to the worship of Mokosh. She reminds us that our roots are deep in the soil, that life is a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, and that there's a powerful, ancient, feminine energy that connects us all to the great cyclical dance of life and destiny. So next time you feel a drop of rain on your skin, or see a spider meticulously spinning its web, take a moment. You might just be feeling the ancient, enduring presence of Mokosh, the Great Mother, still weaving the threads of the world.